it is officially my favorite time. Haunt season just around the corner. The park's decorating head to toe, getting us ready for this season, and I could not be more excited. Join us, everyone, for this episode here where we're going to take a lap around Universal Studios Florida and just talking about everything that has been confirmed and announced for this year's event. I am very excited. It is a hot one today, very much into the summer months here in the middle of July, but I'm excited. That's not going to stop our fun. It has also been roughly about a month since we've last stepped foot in the park for a video, so I'm excited to be back. So let's dive right into it. Kicking things off though, look at this. We got Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. Most of the spaghetti bowl down over by City Walk has been completed, but we're still waiting on some last bit of track pieces to be installed. Primarily the part that's gonna go and frame over Music Plaza stage right here in the middle. We do have a lot of the load station down by Fallon completed. Really just waiting for this middle section after the first launch, and the spike down that way. The spike has been completed. If we come over this way, you can get a glimpse of it right over there, 170 feet tall. It's gonna be insane, and I could not be more excited for Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift coming to Orlando. Breaking down some of the scare zones now, starting off right off the bat, we're going to talk about the one at the front of the park that everyone has to walk through to get to their favorite house, you name it. And that one has been named Infernal Carnival of Nightmares. I'm excited for this one. It's probably going to feature a couple of the icons like Dr. Oddfellow, Jack the Clown. So I'm excited. I don't know what they're doing at the top. It looks like they might have the stage they're going to walk under again, like they have done in previous years. So we'll see. Not much really going on there. They have all the lights installed, some of the other trusses, you know, sound effects that will be playing throughout that area. Probably some fog machines are yet to come. So that's going to do it from the front of the park, everything that they have installed and going for it. Let's move on now over to the Hollywood section because they do have some interesting props. Now, I'm not going to lie, when they first announced the names for these scare zones, I thought that the one themed around the carnival was actually going to be in the Hollywood area based on some of these props that they have. They do have some big and elaborate props that definitely look very Jack the Clown inspired. So they got like a big clown head, I guess. I don't know what you would call it, as you enter the scare zone and the street. And then moving farther down, recently they did install a Ferris wheel that looks to have a stage for a scare actor to stand on. That might be Jack the Clown's spot. We did not notice any foot triggers, but they have almost like a mermaid's tail sticking out of a barrel. Some really cool stuff. And then a Ferris wheel as well. So I'm very intrigued in this scare zone. So far, this scare zone has put together probably the most props so far that we can see on our visit here. But let me know what you guys think about the two scare zones that I think have been confirmed. This one, I could be wrong. I think this one might be Sideshow of Decay, but again, all speculation. We really don't know until typically the event starts when they release the full map of where everything is. So let me know what you guys think. I could be wrong. I think Hollywood is Sideshow of Decay, but I usually am wrong on these type of things. But let me know what you guys think. Hey, quick interruption. This is Alex from the future to let you know that since this video was filmed in park, Killer Clowns from Outer Space has been confirmed to be coming to Halloween Horror Nights. Rumored to be in the New York area. Just wanted to point that out and let you know. Okay, back to the video. This next part of the video, I'm going to discuss something that came out today. Universal kind of confirmed it online, and a lot of people are up in arms about it, and I don't blame them. But Universal has confirmed that they will no longer be offering express with frequent fear passes. It's something that I never went out of my way to do, but I know a lot of people rely on how they do Halloween Horror Nights on doing this, and I don't blame them. It is a great privilege to be able to walk into the park any time of the season and hop on your favorite scare zone. Hop on like it's a ride. What I mean is like go through your favorite haunted house. That's what I meant to say. And not have a long line. Just walk in, walk out, and then move on to your next house. That is how most people who come often do HHN, and I don't blame them. However, it was always out of my tax bracket. I never wanted to pay that extra cash to do it. And now while we're here in Central Park on the Lagoon waterfront, most notably today actually, Universal confirmed our Lagoon show. We are getting 2 shows this year, one of them being the Lagoon show. Stranger Things, yes, announced as a house this year, but also our Lagoon show. So right behind me, they're gonna do Stranger Things. Now I'm gonna say right off the bat, a little disappointed by this news. I was so pumped for more Stranger Things, doing a show. I thought it was gonna be like a live stage show like Nightmare Fuel, and then I got thinking, and yeah, it's just gonna be a collage, a combination of different clips from the TV Netflix series. A little disappointing. I don't know. I've never been a fan of the HHN nighttime Lagoon shows. Would have rather had like an original show, something else, but hey, more Stranger Things. Definitely, probably will be the last time we ever get Stranger Things at Horror Nights again, so I'll take anything. That about covers the Lagoon show right behind me. One of 2 shows to talk about here today. Discussing a couple of the houses, we do have 8 of the 10 houses that we will have this year. We have 5 originals and 3 IPs announced and confirmed so far. Where the other 2 houses are, I don't know. Rumor has started to come out that a certain IP could have dropped out, and that is why Universal now is in a struggle to try to throw something together. Therefore, I don't think it's ever like a good thing when a recognizable IP drops out, but it does happen, unfortunately, with how these contracts between the theme parks work. So that could be going on, and why we, 1, don't have frequent fear passes yet on sale, and 2, why we don't have all 10 houses confirmed and announced, even though typically around this time we already have frequent fears and all 10 houses and the scare zone. So let me know what you guys think. On the contrary, guys, look at this. We got more props and trusses set up down here in the park for another scare zone. Now what this scare zone ends up being is beyond me. Last year it was the Cats scare zone, and I actually really enjoyed that, one scare zone of the year. So I'm sure whatever they're doing this time around is going to be just as good. We got some interesting lights running up and down the tree here. A couple of the trees actually, but as long as we get some good lighting in this area, it's going to be amazing, I'm sure. Got some over here as well, and then we got a truss for some lighting up there. We also have a speaker, it looks like. Let me zoom in on that. Things finally taking shape over here. Love to see it. I still don't know what this is going to be. This interesting looking truss right here. They might hang like possibly a dead body from it. Who knows? It's probably going to be for a larger scale prop, just being the foundation for it. You also have some more lighting up here aimed towards the treetops. Wrapping up this scare zone, we do have a stage, it looks like, down here. Now, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I don't know if they're done. They're probably gonna add more. I love what they do, what they have done the past couple years here, especially what they did last year with Cats. They also have, some railings up there. I'm assuming they're gonna make it so that they can have some actors up there, trying to scare you as you walk by. Don't know really what they're doing other than that, but that about does this side of the park. More lighting heading into Springfield. I still think this is going to be another area for the chainsaws to be. They do it every year. Not really an official scare zone, but I definitely think that they're going to use it once again for that. We do have a couple trusses now set up down over here. These look to be where the wait time boards will be for a couple of the houses, the ones located out behind Men in Black and the Nightmare Fuel stage. So that's always exciting. These are the first trusses for the houses to go up this year, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that is true. And then over here, we have, yes, confirmed to yet again be Nightmare Fuel for this year. A lot of people are going to have their own opinion on it. I personally love Nightmare Fuel. It is one of the most iconic and best things about Halloween Horror Nights, at least in the current state. So I'm excited. Going to be different this year, of course. They do change up the show and the format a little bit year after year. I understand the complaints, I hear you, but I'm still excited for anything Horror Nights, definitely for Nightmare Fuel. I can see another truss down there. That truss going to actually hold the show times for Nightmare Fuel like it does every year, year after year. I like to call this the calm before the storm. You know, if you've ever done Nightmare Fuel during Halloween, it is packed to the brim in this area. This is typically the holding area before they let everyone in for the show. It is unreal. I definitely recommend it. I understand if you only have one night at Halloween Horror Nights, you want to spend that time doing the houses, and I don't blame you. There are a lot of houses to get to, but Nightmare Fuel is something special, and I think worth checking out for any first-time comer here. Looks like a van of some kind doing some work, some contractor work. We're almost done now, guys, with our lap around the park. Let's go ahead and talk about San Francisco, sort of the unofficial scare zone year after year here. And that's okay, because back when it was like an official scare zone 3-4 years ago, it was never my favorite. So I'm okay with it being sort of just one big party atmosphere. I know last year we had Art the Clown just kind of roaming around throughout the night, and it was great. If they could do something similar this year, have a walk around character, I'm okay with that. It is something unique and fun. I just hope that everyone lets said walk around character just kind of roam. And you know, I feel like doing it how they did with Jack the Clown for Halloween Horror Nights 30, it worked out where he sort of interacted with you while you were in line. Art did the same thing, but however, people did not let him roam whenever he would be just walking through the streets, through the gift shops, and I think that is why he failed as a concept of sort of having just an all-around walk-around character. Maybe this year they could do Jack the Clown and Dr. Oddfellow together, just roaming around, but you know, from a distance, not where everyone's gonna create sort of a bubble around them at all times. I think that is the best case scenario there. But this scare zone, or this scare zone, if you can even call it that, is right over here in San Francisco. They got the trusses up, they got some stages set up for some, you know, performers, and I think it's great what they do here. Probably add some more places to grab a drink, maybe a quick bite to eat on your walk through this area of the park. I love what they do here every year in San Francisco, and I'm hoping that this year is similar to how it was last year, because I think last year was my favorite San Francisco scare zone that they've ever done. That is just my own opinion. Of course, let me know what you guys think. You're gonna get tired of me saying that a lot, but it's true. I wanna know your opinion on everything that has been announced, what has been rumored for this year's event. In other news, Fast and Furious Supercharged officially announced to be closing on August 16th. That news came out earlier this morning. I don't know if I believe the rumors of it becoming a Back to the Future ride. Now, that'd be really cool, Back to the Future being one of my favorite movies of all time, but I know you're not going to want to hear it, but I fear that it's just going to sit vacant for the time being, at least until they get the Lost Continent replacement off the ground. And you know, once that is at least nearing completion, then they might start work on this, but I don't know if they're going to immediately flip the building into, you know, whatever it's going to become. I would like Twisters to be resurrected into this building. We used to have Twister as an attraction over where Fallon is now. Basing this on the Glen Powell version, Twisters, I think could be a really great idea. You could do a lot with it, but even that I don't think is going to happen, unfortunately. We're almost done, guys, I promise. Got one more scare zone to touch on. All I can confirm for you here in the New York area is this stage that they have set up directly behind me. I don't know what the scare zone is going to be. They have not announced anything. However, I'm always excited and intrigued for the New York scare zones in particular because it is the biggest space. They could do a lot with it. They could literally transform the area into whatever they want, whatever the season calls for. And I love that. They have this stage set up, obviously for some scare actors to be walking on, maybe pick some people out from like the crowd for some participation. I'm very excited, as always, for anything horror related, and definitely, especially in the New York area of the park. They also have some trusses up and some lighting above the facades as well for some lighting to take place on the ground. Exciting stuff happening here at the park. I'm excited, guys. It's gonna be a good year. It's an anniversary year too, so Halloween Horror Nights 35. Gonna be a good year. We got some, you know, great houses like Sinners, which I still have not seen the movie. I need to watch it. It's on Netflix, right? I need to watch that. But then they also got Stranger Things 5 as well. So gonna be some great stuff. That's our show. Thanks for sticking it out with our lap around the park today. We had a great time discussing some of the new up and coming rumors and what has been confirmed for Halloween Horror Nights this year. If you've never done Horror Nights before, I definitely think this is the time to get into it, the time to do it, being an anniversary year. My first time going was an anniversary year, which was 6 years ago. 6, right? Yeah, I think 6 years ago, Halloween Horror Nights 30. That was a standout year, and I think this time it's gonna be standout as well. You got some icons coming back, like Jack the Clown, Dr. Oddfellow. Everyone loves them, so I definitely recommend coming. Even if you're just a little bit scared, message me on X or Instagram and I'll calm your nerves. It's a great time. You're gonna have a great time. But anyway, if you are new around, of course, be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe. We post weekly content here on the channel, and I would say if you've gotten this far, then you might enjoy some of my other stuff. Of course, you know, let me know that you made it this far. If not, still leave a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. But anyway, guys, we're gonna get on out of here. It is still a very hot one here today, even later into the evening. So we're gonna call it here tonight, but of course, we'll see you in the next adventure, guys. Take care and have a good rest of your week.